Have you ever felt like you're just not getting what you want out of an AI? You know you're not alone. Well, today, we are going to fix that. We're going to level up your prompts and turn them from vague and kind of useless into something vivid and powerful. So, let's jump right in.
We have all been there, right? You ask the AI for something specific, and what you get back is, well, it's generic or uninspired or sometimes just flat out wrong. But here's the good news. The solution isn't waiting for the AI to get smarter. It's about us getting smarter with how we ask.
I mean, look at this. This is the perfect example of the problem. A super vague prompt like write a product description gets you an equally useless output like this is a product. It's the classic case of garbage in, garbage out.
And this gets to the heart of what I call the vague prompt problem. It is, without a doubt, the #1 reason people get frustrated with AI. But luckily for us, it's also the easiest thing to fix.
It's actually that simple. The quality of the AI's answer is almost entirely dependent on the quality of your question. The real key here is to move away from any kind of ambiguity and get to absolute clarity.
Okay, so let's level up. Our first skill to unlock is clarity. And trust me, this is your true superpower when you're talking to an AI. Being clear and specific is the foundation for absolutely everything else we're going to talk about.
Okay, just look at the difference here. It's night and day, right? Write something about climate change is way too broad. It could go in a million directions. But by adding specifics, like a word count, a focus on coastal cities, and a key detail like rising sea levels, we're giving the AI a roadmap. We're guiding it directly to a much more useful response.
And let's go back to our product description example. By specifying the product, wireless earbuds, giving it a word count, and adding that critical context that it's for athletes, we completely transform a vague request into a precise instruction. That context, the who and the why, it makes all the difference.
All right, so to wrap up level 1, what are the core principles? First, be direct. Use simple language. Second, always add context. Give it the background, the who, what, and why. And finally, remember that prompting is a process. It's iterative. Don't ever be afraid to tweak and refine your prompts based on what the AI gives you back.
Okay, with clarity as our solid foundation, we're ready for level 2, the power combo. This is where things get really interesting because we're going to start layering different techniques to create prompts that are way more powerful and precise.
So this combo move uses a few key building blocks. First, you assign the AI a role. Then you give it a clear instruction. And finally, you can provide an example of exactly what you want. You see, combining these elements is the secret to tackling more complex tasks.
Now here's a perfect combo of a role and an instruction. Just by telling the AI you are a historian, you're setting the entire tone, the level of expertise, and the perspective. It's not just some generic text generator anymore, it's an expert historian. And believe me, its output is going to reflect that.
This is where it gets really powerful, especially for tasks that need some pattern recognition, like classifying data. By giving the AI context, clear instructions, and a few examples, which is a technique called few-shot prompting, you're basically teaching it how to do the job on the spot.
Think about it. A simple request to classify a tweet might just confuse the AI. But by providing context about Twitter, a really clear instruction, and then showing it a few examples of what positive and negative tweets look like, we're giving the AI a blueprint for success. Now it can easily and accurately classify our new tweet.
And now, for our final level of mastery, we're going to move from just guiding the AI to actually setting the rules for the entire conversation. This technique is called prompt priming, and honestly, it is a total game changer.
The real power of prompt priming is its ability to shape the whole conversation from the very beginning. Your first prompt basically sets the rules of the game, and it influences every single response that the AI gives you after that.
So let's have a little fun with it to see how this works. With just this one prompt, we are completely changing the AI's personality for the whole chat. We've given it a new identity, Pirate GPT.
And look at that. The AI immediately adopts the persona. Every single response from this point on will be in character. Now, while this is a really fun example, it perfectly demonstrates the power of priming to control the AI's style.
But okay, let's get practical. Priming isn't just for playing around. It is incredibly useful for serious work. You can use it to force the AI to give you structured, consistent, and predictable outputs, which is perfect for stuff like getting feedback or analyzing data.
See what we're doing here? We're priming the AI to be a writing assistant, and we're giving it a super strict format for its responses. We're defining the structure for the entire conversation before it even really begins.
And the result? Every time you submit something, you get back this clean, organized table. This makes the feedback totally predictable, really easy to digest, and incredibly useful. This is the power of priming to control not just style, but structure.
So there you have it. We've gone from asking vague questions to becoming the director of our AI conversations. You now have a complete playbook for seriously leveling up your prompts.
But at the end of the day, you have to remember that great prompting is a skill you develop through practice. You should think of it like a feedback loop. You give a prompt, you analyze the response, and then you refine your approach. It's all about experimentation.
So here it is, your new playbook. Always start simple with clarity. Then, for more complex stuff, start combining techniques like roles and examples. For ultimate control, use priming to set the rules of the conversation. And above all else, just keep experimenting and refining.
You're not a passive user just hoping for a good response anymore. You now have the tools to be the director of your AI conversations. The possibilities are truly endless. So my question to you is, what will you create